It's going to be a quick one, depending on, well, how much Magnitude practiced Mirage. Unfortunately, they got stomped on their first map pick. If you're just joining us, Nuke was their pick. It went 16-4. 4 rounds scored on the CT side for Magni, and nothing scored on the T side at all for Magni. Now start on the T side for Mirage, a well-practiced map here for Sprout, arguably their best, most certainly their most played pool, so you must expect that they'll have a lot of experience coming into this one, and they'll immediately know how to shut down the mid-aggression coming in from Magnitude. ANJ and SMF, first 2 casualties. Jungle control and connector control established by the T side forces as Percy tries to get a trade back on Speedy. Cyclone will chime in on towards Farven meanwhile. 3 versus 3 scenario, the bomb plant will go down, open for Sandwich. But the CT's in for a retake. No defuse, they've just got firepower. And Keto with the first. Land ahead of the first man. Can't quite get the second. Searson will getting down Dragonfly instead out in the open. And Cyclone, last man standing back over at the danger box. Peeked up CT's to face around the corner. And eventually Mirbit will find his secondary frag. The defuse will come through for him. And actually Mirbit, the defuse kit, going to be hunting for that defuse instead. We'll give it to the 10-second player instead. So why not? Got loads of time for Sprout, so... Clinical quick retake, the CT side, kicking things off on the right foot. And both sides of a CT basis, so this should end up being a struggle for Magnitude on paper at least. You didn't hear that? That's definitely not my email client going off. I definitely didn't forget to close it down before we started the stream today. I didn't even make those mistakes a lot. Like, all my streams seem to have some sort of Discord notification or something going off in the background in the middle of a match. No, scratch that. It wasn't me. It was all you. It was all your fault. That was your computer making noises. Speaking of making noises, the Deagle's out on the deco here for Magnitude, is doing some damage and making some noise across the map. 2 for 2 trade, and 3 versus 3 scenario as they do get the headshots to the likes of Keto and Searson. Searson did come up with 2 frags in return though, so... Burst in from Speedy, takes out ANJ, 3v2. The bomb plant coming now from SMF eventually, leaving it all left to him and Percy. With a man advantage for Sprout, the bomb plant at least secured. And on the eco, that might not be that bad of a pickup for Magni. Might be able to buy themselves into a pretty decent rifle rather than find rifle, rather than a line up for Mirbit for the moment. So he gets himself the 2 quick frags. And closes out the first for Sprout. 2-0 on the board. The AKs will come straight in. Dragonfly with the AWP as well. Yeah, can get a head curve low and everything. Plus 1 HE. There you go. 1 smoke actually is what we're going to go for instead, which is also the same amount of money, but whatever. Being set up here for the early mid face. Smokes down, Searson with his own AWP, spots him at the end of the stack, expecting the peek to the right-hand side, and shuts down the main AWPer for Magnitude. Nades in from Speedy, doing damage to Percy and ANJ all the same, and it's just not going well again for the early start of the T side. Opening frag in the opening 15 seconds, and now Magni forced to hold their tongue for a moment. ANJ. Catching off Mirbit for 1 spray down, so that's a bit of over-aggression punished by the CT side. But Keto peeking on Cyclone, and that over-aggression will not get punished this time. Flashes over, they do push ANJ in towards the B apartments to try and get the backstab in against the CT force, so they have left B site entirely open, but they've got SMF back on towards A, and they've got bomb control in mid. 1 player for each of the CTs that remain alive. Keto looking for the double kill, and he will be able to find it. And there you go, dismantling coming in from Sprout as expected thus far here in this map. Tactical timeout called by Makni as appropriate, as expected. The Force Spy comes back in actually off the back of his tacticals, so this is quite a surprise, but it's what Magnitude are going to go for here. 2 AKs, a Deagle, CZ, P250 as well for Dragonfly. Flashes and smokes go in ANJ, blocking off the early Molotov, countering their own Molotov to go even deeper into the apartments. Teams move in, fast hit out from the likes of ANJ, but not backed up by any of the T-side players. Going to try and pull the attention over to the B bomb site as the bomb goes in towards A instead. Father with the AK should land around both of them. He gets down both Percy and SMF easy as that with the AK-47. 5v2. And Keto aggressing towards mid will spot out Cyclone. Sperron will just barely get that headshot, but it's enough for the double kill. Enough to keep Dragonfly alone. 1 versus 5. Back up over in the sandwich area. And Searson will finish the job. And the confident start from Sprout carrying in over the confident finish to the likes of Nuke. And AK's in, CZ's for Percy, AWP for Dragonfly. The Molotovs come in, the smokes go out, and Dragonfly looks on with the AWP. Trying to get Farben, good flick to the headshot, and opens things up for Makni this time. Another Force Spy around, so they've got the rifles to work with. A little bit of damage on the Dragonfly early on, but again, he has opened things up, which is more than can be said for most of Makni's rounds so far in this series. Sprout done a good job of trading those so far. We saw several 5v4 situations on Nuke, which went back to the favour of Sprout, and on their map pick, imagine that a couple more should go their favour. One player back here on the A bomb site, close range positions. CZ from Percy deals with him, so the secondary AWP is picked up, and now turns back around. All Spinny catches off vision, but doesn't catch the kill. The backstab coming in from ANJ. This surely should look like a victory for the Makni squad. On plant down from Cyclone, evading the CT vision here. Flash allows Spinny to start peeking up, but gets sprayed out by SMF immediately. AEG of Mirbit comes up with a second return frag. Again, ANJ with the backstab coming through, eventually gets that kill, and that will be left to Sakito in the mid position with the AUG to hold on to his rifle. Concede the first to Magnitude at long last. In a hell of a task thus far here for Magnitude to get a hold of anything on the board. Double orbs for Farben and Searson with a little bit of a few rifles sprinkled in there. Of course, standard AK setup for the Magnitude squad. Nades in, doing early damage to Dragonfly and SMF. Not a massive amount. Searson loading things up with the AWP. Cyclone turns off for one and a second kill towards the mid position. Nice sequence from him and immediately turning it back for Magnitude, but SMF chiming through on the A site hit. This is looking much more confident from the T's. Keto and Mirbit, last two players standing for the CT forces, looking for exits, potentially going to save their rifles. Probably the best case scenario for them at this stage. The bomb's committing towards the A site. I've got short control locked out. If Keto wanted to burst through, if he decides to plant open for danger. Especially if the T's play slowly and play carefully around the CT line. I'll spray in, the headshot will come through for Keto, ANJ down. 60 seconds left on the clock, no smokes to the cross. Cyclone should plant default, it's the most safe thing for him. Plant somewhere that's not danger box essentially, because they know that Keto's there. Dragonfly will swing out, will deal with him, will get that kill. It's now Mearbit last man standing. 1v3 for the AUG, backed up on the B-bomb site, and I imagine he's going to be saving this one. Indeed he will. So he's second on the board this time for Magnitude. And there we go. Already the T side here of Mirage are going to outshine the T side of Nuke. AUG will come up with a quick frag on the part of Mearbit, taking out Cyclone. It's one good frag. Dragonfly does turn on to the last man of the CT side and deal with him, so second on the board for Maknae, and no one stays alive for Sprout. Keto's got 9 grand in the bank, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went for upgrade pistols on the half buy. In fact, Sprout will take a tactical timeout to figure that out. Looks like it will be drop pistols there by Keto to his teammates. The Eagles up, seems like. Well, only a couple of Eagles. AWP, actually. Excuse me. What? Are you sure? Apparently you are! Oh, my word! Instant double. And now the Deagles look to face up. Farther down on SMF. This is the most ridiculous buy, by the way. AWP glass cannon. Everyone's on eco. AKs and Deagles getting tossed about. A 5-on-2 to the CT side. What is this? ANJ next up. He's going to get spotted by Mearbit. Sprout are about to take a flawless eco. As the AWP of Percy finally gets Keto down. But instant pickup by Father. They know exactly where he is, and you can see Mearbit peeking up out to the apartments, getting aggressive. Bomb control about to sit to the CT forces as now Percy gets bracketed in over to the short position. Searson ready for his face up. Ready to look in. Double face takes him down. What kind of a buy was that? Who buys an AWP with eco pistols and still wins the round? Sprout, apparently. Force buy back from Maknae and Farland with a double AWP set up. First one in, 2 quick kills on ANJ and SMF. Looking for the triple, almost landed, but he has the info on the T-side. Player bomb's been dropped out in the open, Spinny traded, and Farland still looking, captures Dragonfly for the triple. Searson coming in one of his own right, Cyclone alone. Spray locks out the cross, the CTs are all here, they know exactly where that bomb is. And the second frag comes in for Searson on the double kill. And Magnitude get a little bit of presence, just a little bit. Just creep forward just by a couple steps, and then they get shut down immediately. And then Sprout rub it in with an extra rifle. And now Maknae on, what was it? Max loss, 4 rounds, 3 rounds, 3 rounds lost bonus, 4 rounds lost bonus now. Don't have enough money for the buy up. The Eagles, CZs, P250s. Half by eco for the T-side line. The buy-up's coming out. AWP in, execution in for Magnitude, and Farven swings out, takes SMF, goes back passive this time around. Searson comes up with his own right, spots one on the jump face and takes out ANJ. CZ keeps his breath towards the cubby corner. They will get one AWP out for the T side. Bomb plant will be secured by Magnitude, so they've got themselves mission successful here, but can they hold off the CTs and the retake? Dragonfly with the Deagle. SWAT! Okay, I was going to say smokes down towards Connector, gives no vision, so Dragonfly can't shoot through it. On stop him though, and he gets the headshot on one man. Percy coming back with the AWP as Farven responds to a 2 versus 2. Dragonfly, Deagle up towards Dark, bomb plant down towards Dark of his, down towards Danger of his own right. And maybe it will take out Percy. Dragonfly last man standing on Dark. Farven will spot him. Quick scope, not quite landed. The USP will be able to get the headshot though. And the defuse will come through by Meerbit. It's be close, but it will be just in time for Sprout. 7-2. But still, half by round, 3 players down, damage done to the Sprout economy, and of course the bomb plant for Magnitude gets them a full-blown buy of their own right, so this is actually a pretty successful half buy. 7-2, and Farven, ready up on SMF, will take him down, opens things up for the CT forces, once again gaining pallet control. No one else was facing towards A site, so AK recovered. Speedy, edge of the smoke, spraying through on Dragonfly's general area. Can't quite take him further than 80 HP. Searson catches off one more towards short, peeking in from Con. Percy dead. Dragonfly trying to respond, but doesn't want to extend so far out of this one. And in the end, Sprout will just concede that position, knowing that they've got the map control. Actually, see some refaces, but will go falling for it. As Meerbit spots out one of the cross and a second player as well. Face in, dropping that bomb. Incendiary down to stall for time, with the second one coming in from his teammate to keep him from pushing any further forward to the apartments. Spending deep in, and nades up against ANJ, the last man standing for the T side. Speedy on a backstab. And the spray will come through. 4 alive, 4 Sprout, team ace for the CTs. And 8 on the board for the German core. Second tactical for Magnitude. AK is brought down full force for Magnitude versus the full-blown rifles. The Sprout, no expense spared on the CT side. And 3 players here on B site ready for the Magnitude setup. AWP and doesn't land the first flick, but does line up on 2 players. Knows exactly what to do. Call the information out. Meerbit with 1. SMF down to 3 points of health here with the AK. 2 versus 5. 1 versus 5. Lockout easy. 2 points of damage done to the entire CT line. Eco Pistols back in once again for Magnitude. Smokes up, flashes over, damage done to SMF and Dragonfly. Thinks down on Percy. Macni will make their way in. SMF out to the open. Flashes in from Keto. Tries to make his way up close and personal. Keto will get the opening frag. They will gain some sort of jungle control, and they will get Keto down for it. Speedy also falling. So once again, the Eco's going to come up and get the man advantage. Hold the phone. With a bomb plant down. Oh, but maybe. Why should I be surprised? 2 kills on the back line. Macni leaving one big gap in the fence and turns it back around. Again, it was an Eco, so they can be proud of getting 4 frags. Actually, SMF still with a pretty decent chance at this one. Smokes down, taps the bomb, and SMF can't even spray through the box to go for position. Maybe it can stick the full 5 seconds at this stage and be completely uncontested. And that's exactly what he'll do. SMF slowly peeking, slowly facing. Spray is not going to land on it. Nirbit will get away with another round for Sprout, 10-2. Again, give it credit. Macni on the Eco, got 4 frags, got a bomb plant. Trying to deficit the economy. They could potentially put Sprout in an Eco position or a force buy position in the last round of the half if they wipe out all 5 players here and they get the round. It's the only caveat at this stage. AUG spray from Mirbit down towards the apartments. Knows that ANJ set up controls. Spinny watching out the right-hand side of the window. Orp in for Dragonfly. Does catch Keto aggressing. And nades in against him. Doesn't quite take him down. Instead, Percy's face will. Spinny trades back on ANJ. Meanwhile, in the apartments area. So 4 versus 4 scenario again by the CT side. CS and backstabbing in against the next man of Dragonfly. Orp down over on the T side. The man advantage finally gained by Sprout as the hit will come through towards A. 1 man in dark to deal with, that's Farvin. Backed up by Mirbit now, coming in towards CT spawn. The flashbangs over will be evaded. The taps do not quite land. Farvin actually does get taken out, so 3v3. Macni trading back to evens once again. Sprout with Speedy. Percy deals with him. The AWP assist and responds out towards Connector. Back to evens we stand with Mirbit turning back around. SMF on the trade. And Searson trades right back for the triple kill. And for the 11th for Sprout. As Macni again, so much opportunity, so much potential in these trades, but they can't quite go past the line of gaining overall control of these rounds. And man advantage control, again, good trades back to evens, but executes can't coming in quick and thick enough. Those look like some weird odds. Oh, it's total map score, right. So it doesn't actually apply to the teams. I don't even know. I'm assuming that left is 2-1 and right is 2-0. But don't worry, there are not any 13.51 odds on Sprout, despite what the widget will tell you. Teams move up, Spinny, AUG straight into Connector. Cuts off Cyclone and Percy going down to Searson as the first frag up top mid. No more mid presence from Magnitude either. Dragonfly will make his way in. Oh, sorry, SMF will make his way in, sprayed down by Farvin. The Dragonfly and ANJ being the last 2 players out towards the apartments. 2 versus 5. Once again, Sprout just dominating. Searson legging out Dragonfly. Can't quite take him down, but will do damage on towards him. He knows that from the blood splatter on the back of the wall. And Macni just look lost at the moment. They just don't even know what to do with this situation. 30 seconds to go into the hit or to save. What's the call here, Magni? Two students facing ANJ. 2 kills, okay, damage being done. Again, damage being done at this stage for Sprout doesn't really matter that much. They've got enough money to buy in for the last round of the half. They needed a victory in the last round to wipe out all 5 players and a victory in this one to wipe out all 5 again. And Magnitude just didn't get it, so damage is irrelevant. Keeping 2 rifles in play, AWP especially, is very important for Dragonfly. And they can get a full-blown rifle buy out the back of this one. Galil and limited utility, so it's not 100% perfect, but it's something. It's better than what they would have had if they lost all 5 players, so here we go. Orbs in, AUG's out, double orbs up in fact for Farlin, keeping 1 rifle, 1 automatic weapon over towards Ticket Booth with him in case he needs to switch out and hold down a standard defensive of the A bomb site. Of course, Sprout can afford to do that because they're Sprout, they've got loads of money. Searson will go down the site crown first. Nice start. Sprout on the second. Not going to go as well, though. Spinny trades it, taking no damage 4-on-4 scenario. Doubling up for the double kill on ANJ. So, man advantage regained by Sprout. Keto also on short, nading out the underpass position. Going to make sure they hold control. And 60 seconds for Magnitude to work with. And they find a way to work into the B-bomb side, the bomb on the back of Percy, who is the first facer as well. If he goes down, then that's going to give all the info for Sprout to win out the last round of the half. And turn an even more one-sided scoreline than they had on Nuke, which is kind of an achievement, I think, to be honest. Keto, AWP spotted, Dragonfly, headshot landed. The big green gun out of play for the T-side line. Molotov's down as well to try and keep them at bay. Burst through Percy. Damage done, but he stays alive and makes his way out towards the truck position. 20 seconds left for Magni to push the bomb into the bomb site and get the bomb plant down. And Spinny sprays up, takes up for SMF. Percy will go forward into Meerbit. There you go. 4 alive and 13-2 at the end of the half. And those are the real odds. Which, honestly, I can accept those. Yeah, this is virtually impossible for Magnitude to come back towards. If they don't get a pistol here, it's going to be GG, I believe. Sprout overwhelmed. If the execute goes well, they've got a double flash and smoking on Speedy, looking like it will be a B play as a result. Double flash defuse for Percy, and he is playing over... Where is Speedy playing? Over on the B bomb side, which actually might come in handy, or it could be a big, big red flag, essentially. Oops. That was my mistake. Excuse me. I clicked the wrong fader. Here we go. Sprout in, smokes, flashbangs over 4 players out of the apartment, and it will overwhelm Cyclone for the opening frag of the hit. Turning back around on Percy, Keto lands a great headshot on towards him, and Sprout making it as easy as they made it look all series so far. ANJ down, Dragonfly up for the 4K for Keto, and he lands that headshot. SMF, last man standing, not quite the ace for Keto, but a 1 versus 5 for him. Got Searson down with 1 more flag. And Speedy, but not Farben. And that might just be GG. Eco for Magnitude because... Well, there ain't no way they're getting this force fire around, that's for certain. T set up for the A site hit. Mac 10 of Meerbit goes straight in towards B, pulling the rotations away. The Blanche are going to rotate towards B as it happens. Farland's tapping on Dragonfly, flashbang over, SMF dead. ANJ around the corner as well. Spraying out 2 more on the A-bomb site. Sprays Maneki, does connect the tier. Eventually, no, the USP does come up with a good kill, but ANJ, last man standing with the AK. He goes down. 15-2. Match point, favor the Sprout. It has been an easy series for them, and unfortunately, Magnitude, a lot of promise shown by this lineup, but today, it's not coming to the fold. There's AWP for Searson, no AWP for Magni. Dragonfly will still take the mid face against the likes of Spiddy here, and the quick players will come out towards the apartments for the likes of Mirbit, straight in against Cyclone. SMG versus SMG. Spotting info. Becky will Mirbit straight out the gate, spray on towards him, leaving it all up to Percy, and ANJ gets the frag as well, but trades back, and ANJ rotating out towards the from the A-bomb site kill. 3v3, gonna move further inland. Can they get themselves a retake? They need to get themselves a retake to stay alive in this series and stay alive in the minor qualifiers. ANJ to peak first. SNF going to back him up as they face all together. Round in the corner. Spray in. Searson already takes out one AWP, and Farben turns around for the last round. It's all up to Dragonfly 1 versus 3. And there you go. 16-2. Not even a contest for Sprout as they decimate back